Hey everybody, this is Jared here, coming to you with another video tutorial from the 12 Stone Church MainStage template video series. Today I want to talk to you about creating a patch with multiple pads from the preset pads that we have within the template. Normally on a Sunday we're already going to have these song specific for you. This is just more for, hey, I want to know how to create some patches on my own and assign them, to faders and to kind of create stuff on my own outside of the normal Sunday morning. So I want to show you how to do that. So here I have a folder called Patch Demo. The very first thing that you want to do is click on this, and right here you have a little wheel, and basically it's a patch list actions. You want to create a new patch with channel strip, and of course you want software instrument. Now, this is going to give you basically another patch, and it's going to normally come up with an instrument number based on how many patches you have in the whole template. You can rename this. So let's rename this Pads Demo. All right, now that we have our Pads Demo patch created, we can go through and add pads a couple of different ways. So one way you can do this is actually go through and see which pads that you like. So I'm going to open up the worship pads and the Omnisphere samples and go through these and see which ones we like. So one I know that we'll want to base with is the warm backing pad. See, very, very nice pad. I want to add that to my pads patch that's going to have more than one on there. So what we can do is right up here in the channel strips where the setting is, we click right here. And we want to go to Copy Channel Strip Setting. And you're going to click there. You're going to scroll back to your patch, Pads Demo, and under Setting, paste channel strip setting. Now, it's very important to remember that the output is always going to be assigned to outputs 1 and 2 when you copy and paste. It's not going to be assigned to the pad bus as referenced in one of our other videos, the synth cutoff. So you need to go in and actually change this. So you're going to use 2 fingers to click, which is the right click. You're going to go to your bus and hit bus number 10, which is the pad bus. There we go. It's just taking it a second to catch up there, and you want to click and make sure it says pad right there. And so that basically allows your pad to be affected by the synth cutoff. So say we want to add multiple pads to this patch. Say we want to add 3 separate pads. So how do we add another instrument channel strip to this one patch? Well, for this, you want to go to your channel strips, which is located on the right here, and basically do the same thing. So you're going to click on the actions list, add instrument channel strip, and it creates another one that's here. So notice how it says instrument 116. This will come into play in just a moment, and I'll show you what I'm talking about once we actually get in. So again, let's go through and find another pad that we really, really like. So let's try the Warm Cloud 1. Very, very nice pad. Let's copy and paste. So again, right click, copy channel strip setting. I'm going to go back to our patch, and in our blank here we're going to paste channel strip setting, and you have Warm Cloud 1. So let's go through and add one more. So again, you're going to click on the wheel, add instrument channel strip, and let's pick one more that we like. Let's see how this church pad sounds. Very, very nice. So we're going to scroll over. Again, copy the channel strip setting. Go back to our Pads Demo patch and paste the channel strip setting. Okay, so from here, there's a couple of different things that we can do. The first thing that we want to do is making sure that we're assigned to the pad bus channel. And if it's not been saved to that, then you'll need to, again, assign it to pad bus, making sure all are assigned. And now they are all assigned to the pad bus. Okay, so let's talk about how we assign these pads to faders on our Akai. This is why it's very important that things are labeled. So we have pads 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to correspond to faders 1, 2, and 3. So to assign these pads to a fader, you're going to click in edit mode on the fader that you want to assign and find the name of the pad. So this is why I label them, put them in order of how I want. So warm backing pad is number 1, warm cloud 1 is number 2, and church pad number 3. So we click on it and we want to choose the volume. Okay, so we have a saved value and a range max. Range minimum is always going to be negative infinity. That allows you to pull the pad all the way out. So we'll say we want our saved value for these to all be at 0. Range max, you always want to make sure this is at 0. So basically, when you bring the fader down and back up, you're going to only 0 and not plus 6 dB. So let's go ahead and do that for our second pad, warm cloud 2. Select volume. It's already saved at 0, range max of 0. And number 3, to number 3, the church pad. Select volume and range max 0 dB. Okay, so now if we slide our channel strips over, you can see that they are corresponding with the actual faders in the channel strip section. So let's bring these up and kind of mix them to how we would want for this patch. Let's start with the warming pad. We'll slowly bring it in. And let's bring in the warm cloud and mix it to kind of how we would want. It doesn't always have to be an even number. Just mix it till it sounds good. And then let's bring in our church pad. As you can see, mixing those pads created this very, very rich, warm, just this big atmospheric pads. And so say we're in a moment and you need to come just back to the warming pad. Because you've assigned them to the fader, say, we're playing through our chords. And we want to end on the 1. Brought back the 2 big pads out, you're back down to just 1 single pad, and you've killed the synth cutoff, and now you're back to a moment that's a reverent moment. So as you can see, it's very easy, and you can mix those pads. You start getting big, you can bring those pads back in, you can mix them how you need to, you can play with your synth cutoff, and kind of just flow with the service. So that's how you create a patch that has multiple pads. So in recapping, to create a new patch, we're going to go to new patch with channel strip, and that gives us another patch. And again, software instrument, and these are our instrument settings. So if we want to add 2 more pads, we would click right and add instrument channel strip, and that gives us 2 channel strips. So just select what pad you like, copy the channel strip setting, and paste it into the channel strip settings on your patch. and then just rename it whatever you like and keep it in whatever folder that you like. And that allows you to create a patch with multiple pads rather than just single pads. We do this a lot. We'll have, if it's labeled like chorus, it may have 2 or 3 different pads. Bridge may have 2 or 3 different pads, and we can label those patches and have different sounds for each part of the song. So that's how you do it. You know, normally you won't have to do a whole lot of this on Sunday mornings. This is something you can mess around with at your house just to get you a little bit more familiar with the MainStage and how it works with assigning things and creating things. So just play around with it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. jaredjclark@gmail.com. Get in touch with your campus worship pastor. He'll put you into contact with either Russell or myself, and we can get any questions that you have answered. Thanks for checking this video out, and please stay tuned for some more great content in our other videos.